Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 5, Episode 124. I put 123 out this morning. It was all about cashiers, buying chips, redeeming chips, cash transaction reports, currency transaction reports, that is, and more. So I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope that one was helpful to you. I did some stuff like that earlier, like in the first season. And I encourage you to go back and listen to those because I did a whole segment about this back then, and you can kind of see how I've evolved and changed, and my views have changed about things. Although I don't know how much it has on this subject, but it'd be interesting to go back and listen to that and see what I was saying back then. But hopefully that gave you something that will benefit you. Today is Tuesday morning. Yesterday was Memorial Day. Stayed home with the family. Didn't gamble anywhere or anything like that, but just enjoyed the day with the family. Kind of a lazy day. Took care of a lot of stuff around the house. Updated spreadsheets. Did all kinds of things like that, although I'm still very behind on miscellaneous spreadsheets, online stuff, credit card stuff. So far behind on that stuff. I need to get with it because I actually feel like I may have lost some data on some of that stuff too. So there might be one transaction that may have fallen off already that I'm going to have to piece together from my credit card and bank account. So yesterday, actually Sunday, while I was at the casino, I got a call or a text message from a guy I know in a state like 8 hours away. And I met him through a family member, and I used to help him fix his computer years ago, like 15 years ago. Used to get on TeamViewer and be able to share screens, and I'd control his computer and fix it. And he had just recently gotten a 3D printer and was looking for stuff online and downloaded something that hijacked his browser. So I cleaned that up for him yesterday. We had a phone call and did that. Now, I mean, I got the Bamboo, I think it was called A1 or something, Bamboo 3D printer for my family over Christmas. I think I got it around Black Friday, and I guess it's a lot better than some of the other ones out there because it's already in the correct format. He was telling me the one that he got, first of all, he only has one filament at a time, one color that he could do at a time, versus mine can do 4 colors at a time. And he also has to find the file online, convert it to a different format, import it into his printer, have it connected to a computer, and print it. With the Bamboo one that I have, I can just go to an app, or anyone in my family can go to an app, and we share one account, and they can choose whatever they want, click on it, click print, choose which color they want to use, and that's it. And any of us can do it from our cell phones. Don't have to convert anything, don't have to have a computer attached or anything like that. So I think I made the right decision on that one. Yesterday, obviously there was no work, so I didn't bring any old stuff to the office, but I am bringing something in today. I'm bringing an old 3.5-inch floppy disk to the office. Now, before the 3.5s, we were using 5.25s, and before that there was other stuff that was before my time. But the 5.25 disc, I believe, was 360K, if I remember right, 360,000 bytes of information, which, like, today one picture would be like 5 million, 3 million. So just to give you an idea of how small they were. And then you were able to use a hole puncher and put a hole in the side opposite to where there's already a notch and make it double-sided, which was interesting back then. And then they came out with, I believe, I'm thinking 1.2 meg was the biggest they came out with. Don't quote me, it's been a lot of years. Well, after that was the newer, better version, and it was a 3.5-inch floppy drive, they called it, although it was a rigid drive. But if you opened up the actual plastic inside was a floppy disk, a flexible disk, and that was 1.44 megabytes, and that's what I'm bringing to the office today. And that one was kind of cool too. You could actually push a notch down and make it so that it was read only, so nobody could override anything that was on it. Then you could just move the notch back up if you wanted to be able to write on it. This one in particular, years ago, I used to work for a dial-up internet company as tech support, supporting modems, from really slow 2400 baud, which is 300 bytes modems per second, all the way up to 56K, like the one I brought to the office the other day. Well, this company, you could go online and get their software. I don't know how you go online without internet, but that's what you could do. You could go to a website and you could sign up, and they would send you one of these 3.5-inch floppy disks, put that in your computer, and that would download the software you needed to get onto the internet using your phone line to be able to connect and browse the web. Well, I figured out from working there and actually going to the website and getting a couple of their floppy disks that there was a little mistake in the website, and you could submit it, put your name in, submit it, and then push back on your browser, and all your information would still be there, and push submit and back and submit and back and submit, and I would get 20 or 30 at a time in the mail, and then I would use those for storage. Well, at one point, I had started a little business, which was selling these floppy disks on eBay as credit repair. So I downloaded some freeware software, which means you don't have to pay for it, and you can distribute it freely. That teaches you how to fix your credit. It was called Credit Repair 1.0, and I put it on these floppy disks and sold them on eBay. So I'm bringing one of these floppy disks into the office to show the young men that I work with all about all that stuff. So hopefully they'll get a kick out of that. I did get rid of like 99% of my old stuff, so I don't have too much old stuff to show them anymore after this, but I do have a tape drive, some old hard drives, things like that, so maybe I'll find those and bring those in the next few weeks. But right now we are heading to the office. It is 66 degrees, kind of a hazy day outside, and it looks like it's going to be a hot day today. I don't know how hot it's going to be, but it seems like it's going to be a very warm day. Let's pull up the weather channel here, if it's fast enough. And it looks like today's high is going to be, only 79, and it's not going to rain at all today, so that's a nice day. Chance of rain's like less than 10%. See humidity though, that's the killer. Right now humidity is 96 degrees, and it's going to go down to about 50 degrees this afternoon, so it's going to be a nice day. Let's get to the office. Let's get that out of the way. We'll head to the casino about lunchtime, come back. We have a meeting with my manager, which I haven't had in seems like a year, which we used to do every Tuesday, and then we'll go back to the casino again and wrap things up for the day. My manager accidentally put the meeting for 2 a.m. instead of 2 p.m., so that popped up on my calendar. We'll have to get that fixed. But right now, we are heading to the office on this fine day, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back, and things are getting crazy in this industry. People are starting to panic because it's harder and harder to make money, so now they're teaming up with people who are doing bigger and bigger plays. A friend of mine just sent me a text message that he had a part of a big play last night. He had a small percentage of it, and they lost 1.4 million on the play. That's pretty devastating. So he told me how much of it he lost, which it wasn't that much considering it was 1.4 million, but still, I mean, this is the kind of position that we're being put in right now, is having to risk things we normally wouldn't do, like $100 spins, like $250 spins, things that I've been a part of lately that I kind of would never have done that before. And so far, most of them have gone pretty badly. Which is too bad. And I was just thinking, as I was walking out of the office there, these guys are publicizing this stuff, and they're playing bigger and bigger and getting other people to play bigger and bigger. What's holding the casino back from saying, okay, all the high limit stuff, instead of paying 92%, we're going to pay 90% or 88%, and they're just cleaning up. And Vegas already, it's aiming more at the bigger players. So is it possible? I mean, I think it's very possible that they may be tightening things up for the high limit players too. So that's pretty devastating. I have lost $0 today, because I haven't played yet. But I'm just leaving the office. It's 10:30. We're heading to the casino. I have no meetings today. I was supposed to have that meeting with my manager. I don't know. We'll probably have it, actually, because he'll probably just put it as PM like it was supposed to be, instead of 2 a.m. the way he actually scheduled it. So we'll have probably just the one meeting. But right now, like I said, heading to the casino. 75 degrees outside, still pretty hazy day, and hopefully we have some good things going. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back, and dwindling things here, but I was able to make a little bit of money. Played one play, new machine, similar to an older one, but they put a twist on it, made it even harder to have an advantage on it. Played that one through, made a couple bucks on that one. Then found another one in the back area, played that one, made about $50 on that one. And then I started looking at machines I normally wouldn't look at because they're not really worthwhile, but hey, if there isn't anything else to play, then that's what I'm going to have to look at. So I started looking at a lot of those and found a couple small plays and pieced together a little bit of a win, and ended my session ahead $170, so plus 170. And my wife called me up and told me that she's having some kind of a noise with the car air conditioning, so that can only be a good thing, I'm sure. So we'll go home and try to troubleshoot that a little bit. Hopefully it's something easy, and if not, we'll have someone come out and take a look at it. So just one more thing, part of life. Right now we're heading back to the office. I did have some food while I was there. Now we're going to go back to the office, and there's this guy that I talked to on Friday, and he's got 1,900 servers that have vulnerabilities, right? Same vulnerability across the board. Pretty easy, I mean, it's just one vulnerability. You push it out, and you get all of them taken care of. And he said, what's the path that this vulnerability was found in? I'm like, okay, well, here it is. Let's open one up and take a look at it. And he's like, oh, well, they're probably different in each one. I'm like, okay, well, give me an idea of which ones you want me to get you the path for, and I'll do it. He's like, well, all 1,900 of them. I'm like, well, I can't do it that way. That's not the way that they're scanned, so I can't do a report that way and have to enter in each one and its name in order to get it. And I said, since it looks like there's going to be 50 different vulnerabilities under that main one, that means there's probably 50 different paths. We can look at each one of those and get the path out of the vulnerability, and then you'd have all of them. Not that you would need it, because you can push out one fix to fix all of them. Just because they're slightly different versions doesn't mean that they don't all get the same fix. And he just sent me a message saying, well, do you have time to do a call? I'm like, well, I'm out of the office right now. I'll be back in the office in a little bit, and we can have a call then. And no reply. Why? Because then that's his lunchtime. So, of course, he's not going to reply. So he'll probably reply to me this afternoon. We'll have a little 2-minute meeting, make him feel better. I'll walk him through it, hold his hand, and everything will be okay. And right now, like I said, heading back to the office. I got a lot of new stuff pop up today, and I'm getting ready for our annual vulnerabilities that I'm in charge of. So I'm creating new pages for that and new charts and getting ready for change requests and all that kind of stuff. Getting everything ready to go for that. And today I'm just feeling really heavy and lethargic. So here we go. Oh, no, there's somebody else. So hopefully I feel a little bit better. I'm tired. I'm just tired, just overextended on life right now. Just need to start taking care of little bits and pieces and calm down my life. I am going to back off some of the online stuff I do because although it's money and it's money that I need, it's taking up too much of my time for not enough. And I think resting is actually more EV for me right now than making that little bit of money and having to move tons of money around and then pay off for credit cards and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to back off some of that stuff and just have a more peaceful life and start looking for other areas of my life that I can do that with so I can have more time to myself. Now, not to complain, I have plenty of time to myself in the car, but usually I'm learning, watching, developing, thinking, talking to AI, trying to come up with good ideas, doing all that stuff. So it's not like I'm just sitting here quietly. So anyway, all right, let's head back to the office. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back and just left the office. I actually have to go home. There's one of the kids had an issue at school, and I've got to go home. I'm not going to be able to do anything else today. So going to do that. I'm not really going to worry too much about segments or anything like that today. We can catch up tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day. Not sure now if it can be an overnight tomorrow or not, but it's supposed to be. We'll see how things go with these kids. So, yeah, unfortunately. But, I mean, we did have one session today. It was minorly successful, so we'll take that and we'll move on. But for now, I'm going to let you go. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.